Hello friend, how are you? Welcome to Tripan Study Center. Today we are doing most important chapter of history. What is the topic today? The Khalji. The Khalji is here AD 1290 to 1320. There is the most important period time. The 30 years is the most important. The Khalji, the Jalauddin Khiliji is the first empire, the AD 1290 to 1296. The Khalji led to the foundation of the Khalji century. He is said that there is a throne at the age of 70 years. The 70 years is the most important time. There is a thought that Alauddin returned to the earlier nobility in the administrations, but the rise of Khalji is a power indeed to menopause of the nobility of the slave to high office. Jalauddin ruled only for the short span of 6 years only. There is the most important time short span of 6 years. He tried to mitigate some of the harsh aspect of the Balban as a rule. He was the first ruler of the Delhi Sultanate to clearly put forward the view that the state should be based on the willing support of the governed and that assigned to the large majority of people in India were Hindus. Their state of India could not be a truly Islamic state. Jalauddin tried to win to the goodwill of the nobility by a policy of tolerance. He awarded is a harsh punishment even to those who is revolted against him. He not only forgave them but at the time even rewarded them to win their support. However, many people, including his supporters, consider him to be a big sultan. Jalauddin as a policy was reversed by the Alauddin Khiliji, who awarded is a drastic punishment to all this who is dare to oppose him. The next Sultan here, Alauddin Khilji. Jalauddin Khilji, after the Alauddin Khilji, their time period of AD 1296 to 1300 is a 16. There is a period time is the most important 20 years. Alauddin Khilji was Alauddin's ambitions, nephew, and the son-in-law. He helped his uncle in the struggle for power and the appointment to the Amir-e-Tulk, the master of the ceremonies. Alauddin has two victories in expeditions during the reign of Jalauddin's. After the first expedition of Bihalasa Vidasya is AD 1292, he was a gift to the Ikata of the Awadh. He added to that of the Kara. He was also his appointment to the Arizik-e-Mulalik, minister of the war. In AD 1294, he led to the first Turkish expedition of Sultana India as a priority to the Devagiris. His successful expedition proved that Alauddin was unable a military commander and absent of the organizer. In July AD 1296, he murdered his uncle and father-in-law is Alauddin Khilji and covered to himself as a sultan. That is the most important. Alauddin decided to receive a Balban as a policy of result to the governance. He decided to the curb there is a power of the noble interference of the ulema. Is a master of the state. He also faced a few rebellions and the succession during the earlier year of his rules. According to Verani, the author of Turkish Efras Shahi, Alauddin felt that there is the four reason for this is a revolving of first year, the infancy of the spicy system, and second year, the general practice of the use of wine, and third is the social intercourse among the noble and intermarriage between them, and fourth is the success to the wealth in the possession of the content noble. There is a very important thing here. In order to prevent the occurrence of this is rebellions, and Alauddin formulated his content regulation and implemented them. The family that had been to the enjoying free land to the support themselves should pay a land tax for their holding. The curbed the excess of the wealth owned by some people. The Sultan recognized the spicy system and took the measure to make it is more effective. The use required and the is occidental and prohibited, and the noble where is ordered to not to have a social gathering or intermarriage without the permission. Alauddin established a hugs up permanent standing army of satisfy his the ambition of conquest and to protect the community of the Mongol invasion. That is the most important. And the important fact here, the market regulation of Alauddin Khiliji. Alauddin is measuring to the control the market were one of the most important policy. And state of Sir Alauddin want to maintain a large army. He therefore lowered and fixed the price of the commodities of daily use. To control the price, Alauddin set up the three different markets from different commodities in Delhi. This market is where to the grain market, mandi, cloth market, saris odal, and the market of the horse, slave, and cattle, etc. They ensure a implementation of Alauddin appointment the superintendent of the Sana'i Mandi, who was assisted by their intelligence officer. Apart from the Sana'i Mandis, Alauddin received daily report of the market from two other independent sources. The Bahrain intelligence officer and the Munhayas is scared to the spicy and the violation of the Sultan as order, resulting in the harsh punishment of including expansion from the capital, imposition of fine, imprisonment or mutations. Control of prices of the horse was very important for the Sultan because without the supply of good horse at the reasonable price to army, the efficiency of the army could not be ensured. Low price is the horse market were ensured by the putting a stop to the purchase of horse by horse is the dealers and the brokers is the dalal in the daily market. The next expansion of the Delhi Sultan under the Alauddin Khilji, the territory expansion of the Delhi Sultan beyond to the north India was the most important achievement. Alauddin is the first began his territorial conquest with the companies against the Gujarat. Alauddin was motivated by his desire to establish a vast empire and obtain the wealth of Gujarat. The riches of the Gujarat where is a pay from his the future a conquest and here a seaport was to ensure a regular supply of the herbs horse for his army. In AD 1299, an army under two Alauddins, noted to the generally Ulugh Khan and the Nasrat Khan is a marched as against Gujarat and Rai Karan in the rulers of Gujarat fell their attempt is a temple of Somnath was a captured. A emergence of the Bhutals and their collected. Even to wealth of Musliman merchants were not spared. Many slaves were captured. Malik Khalifa was one among them, and who later became to the trusted a commander of the Khalji force and led to the invasion in South India. The Gujarat now passes under to control of Delhi. After the annexation of Gujarat, Alauddin turned in the attention to about to Rajasthan. Ranthambore was the first target. Ranthambore was raptured to be a strongest fort of Rajasthan, had to be earlier defeat Alauddin Khilji. The capture of Ranthambore was a necessity to break the power and morals of Rajput. The ultimately cause attack was the rulers of Ranthambore is Hamaro Dev is given to the shelter to two rebellions of Mongol soldiers and refused to the hand and over them to the Khalji rulers. Hence an offensive and the launched against Ranthambore to be began with the Khalji force suffering as a loss. Nasrat Khan even to lose his life. Finally, Alauddin himself had to come on the battlefield. In AD 1301 to the forted as a field to the Alauddin. In AD 1303, Alauddin is descendant of the Tutors and another power state of Rajputana. According to some scholars, Alauddin attacked the Tutors is because their coveted is a Padamini. There is a beautiful queen of the Rajya, Ratan Singh. However, many scholars do not agree with his legend as this is the first mentioned by the Jayasi in the Padmavat. The more than 200 years later, according to Amir Khusrau, is the Sultan ordered to the general marquess of the civil population. Chittor and was the renamed to the Khizabad after the name of Sultan as a son, Khirs Khan. Alauddin is, however, returned back quickly to the Delhi as a Mongol army was advancing toward to Delhi. In AD 1305, Khalji army under N-ul Malik captured the Malwa. The other states such as Ujjain, Mandul, Dhor and the Chanderi were also captured. After the conquest of their Malwa, Alauddin sent to the Malik Kafur to be a south and himself attacked the Sivans, and the ruler of Sivans, Raja Jital Dev, defended the fort varials but ultimately is defeated. In AD 1311, another Rajput kingdom, Johar, was also captured. Thus, the AD 1311, Alauddin had completely the conquest of the large part of Rajputana and become the master of North India. The next era, Deccan and South India. The imperialists of the ambition of Alauddin were not satisfied with the conquest of their northern. He was determined to be inquire of south as well. The wealth of the southern kingdom attracted him. His expedition to the south were sent under Malik Kafur and the trusted is the commander of Alauddin who held to the office of Naab. In AD 1306 to the 7 is Alauddin's plan to the fresh campaigns of Deccan. His first target was Rai Karan, the earlier ruler of Gujarat, who had now occupied the Bangalore and defeated him. The second expedition was against Rai Ramchandra, the ruler of the Denogir, and who had earlier promised to the pay of the tribute of the Sultan but did not pay. Ramchandra is surrounded after little resistance of Malik Kafur and his treaty to the Honorable. There was a keep a guest as the Alauddin courts and was given to the gift of 1 lakh tongues and the little of the Ryan. He was also given a district of Gujarat and one of his daughter was married to the Alauddin. Alauddin showed to the generosity of to Ramchandra because he was want to have a Ramchandra as a allow for the accompanies in a south. After AD 1309, Malik Kafur was deputed to the launch a compass in South India, and this is the fourth expedition was against the Pratap, Rudradeva and the Burmal of the Telangana area. This end to the latest is the last traded from to many months and the come to an end when to the right agree to the part with their treasure and pay a tribute of to Sultan. The second is the compass was against to the Dwar, Manduras and the Malwar is a modern is a Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. The ruler was Dwar is Samundra and Veer Valyal is a third is realized that is a defeating a Malik Kafur is would not be an easy task. Hence, there is agreed to pay a tribute of Sultan without any distance in a case of Malabar Pandya kingdom. A great decisive battle could not be take place. However, Kafur is pondered as much as he could be, including a number of wealth temples such as that of Sadhavaram, and according to Amir Khusro's Skafit returned with the 512 elephant, 7,000 horse, and 500 mass of the precious stone. The Sultan ordered the Malik is Kafur for the appointing him to the Naab Malik of the empire. Alauddin is a force under to Malik Kafur continued to maintain a control over Deccan kingdom. The following the death of Alauddin is AD 1316. The Sultan, Delhi Sultan was pledged into the convention. Malik is a Kafur sat on the throne for the few days, want to be deposed by the Qutbuddin is a Mubarak Shah, and during this period, revelations broke out of the Devagir, and but there is a harshly is a surprised Qutbuddin Mubarak Shah was soon is a murdered and the Khusru is ascended of throne. However, the two did not be last long and the some justified officer led to the Ghiyasuddin is a Tughlaq and the defeated and kill him in a battle. This only 4 years after the death of the Alauddin Khiliji and the such come to the end and the power passed into the hand of the Tughlaq. The Tughlaq is the most important of here.